You see, there is only one constant, one universal. It is the only real truth. Causality. Action, reaction. Cause and effect.
This guy, this Norvegan, has shared so many videos now on Diddley Rider to take him down. He has spent over 200 hours, probably more.
Oh, she has a talent for drama, this one.
Hey guys, so I've received some criticism from Vegan Girl, so I thought we could go through it together and see if it's legitimate. You may remember her from part 1 and part 3 of the unmasking. I used her as an example of someone who just blindly believes in this false illusion the narc has created for himself.
Harley is incredible. He has this need to help people, and this is why I like him, because he just wants to help everybody. He gives you a lot of facts. He has inspired so many people. He's very honest in what he says. He's very truthful.
Of course, having been so supportive of him in the past and then have my videos coming out makes her look like a complete fool. Which makes me think this is not so much about criticizing me, it's more about defending herself and not admitting that she has been wrong about this person. So I think what we're seeing here is something called the backfire effect. The backfire effect occurs when, in the face of contradictory evidence, established beliefs do not change but actually get stronger. And a large portion of the backfire effect stems from people not wanting to be seen as wrong or stupid in front of an audience. Now the backfire effect makes her look even more foolish, so let's go through her criticism. First, she claims that I've made so many videos. So how many videos have I made? I made 3 unmasking videos and I made 3 response videos. And I also uploaded Josie's video, which I didn't make, but let's include it for good measure. And I also made the fundraiser for Josie to get her a new laptop. So I made 8 videos in total. Now, how many videos has the narc made? Here they are listed with titles, upload date and links. 20 videos in total the narc has made about me and my girlfriend. And let's not forget about other social media platforms. He has made over 200 pages worth of posts about me and my girlfriend, full of lies and slander and bullying. But let's not forget, what we're doing is not the same thing. The narc is spreading malicious lies about me and my girlfriend and a lot of other people. Well, what I'm doing is just showing what the narc is doing. So we can't compare the two. So my suggestion is for Vegan Girl to not only listen and believe his words, but actually look at his actions. That's what my videos are about, to show what he's doing so people can wake up and see what he's truly like.
There comes a point in my life where I'm like, how much of, the drama and stuff do I really want? And I think a little bit of drama is healthy, a little bit of passion and fun. And
I wanted to take notice of how he's manipulating the situation here. He's making it out to just be passion and fun and some harmless drama, but it's not. These are serious matters. He has shamed a domestic violence victim. He's falsely accusing people of pedophilia. He's shaming 2 girls who has come forward about his behavior towards them. He accused a cancer patient of being a scam, and when she died of the cancer, he accused her of faking her death. Like, this is not passion and fun. This is serious.
I forgive these people, I forgive these people.
He's not in a position to forgive. He's the perpetrator. So, more manipulation.
They took a personal, well, I did or whatever, so,
Oh, took it personally, is that so? So this is what he says publicly, making it out to be something fun that was taken personally. But what he leaves out is what he's doing privately. So let's take a look what he's done recently. So here's a message Hannah and I received from my teenage sister. And as you can see, she says, "Look what I woke up to," and she sends us a screenshot. And in the screenshot, it's the narc who has sent her several messages saying, "Are you the sister of Michael? Read this then. Michael Hebo has fallen for a lying lady of the night. She also slept with Ram Longman and Jason Piscino, plus me. You should have a word to him because soon he is going to take a big fall and really hate this Hannah girl and will need some support. A video on Vimeo will be released shortly. So I replied to my sister, "He's going crazy trying to silence me now. Just keep sending me screenshots of what he's saying. We might go to the police when we arrive in Australia. Going after my mom and my sister is taking it too far, especially because I'm just exposing what he is doing wrong." And my sister sends me another screenshot of her reply to him. And she said, "Michael already warned about you doing this. I've seen his unmasking videos. You're just confirming everything he has said about you. Please don't contact me again." So as you could see, I had already warned my sister. This was not unexpected. As I've said before, the narc has a handicap, and that handicap is narcissism. That makes him predictable. But he's not only contacting my friends and family privately, he's also commenting publicly on my personal Facebook, saying, "Jason Piscina's well mate, he slammed her hard as fuck. I've got some more names soon. Looks like there will be part 9 at this rate, mate." So what he's doing here is trying to shift focus away from himself. But it wasn't enough to comment on my Facebook. He also went to the original photo that was posted on Instagram, where he says, "How does it feel to have a girlfriend leech off your finances and deep throat guys behind your back, brah?" I think this is another projection. Hannah works for a company and earns her own money, and the narc is aware of this. Can the same be said about the narc's girlfriend though? I don't think she earns very much right now, and I think the narc have to pay for her. And he would be hating that. As you can see in this message from Freely's brother, Freely paid for everything while they were together. So I think the narc is so annoyed by the fact that he has to pay for his girlfriend. So he's projecting this onto me and my girlfriend. And he finishes the comment with saying, "Now I know why they called her the Chiang Mai bicycle, cause everyone got a ride." Who are these everyone he's talking about? Obviously he's just making this up. And he could at least be a bit more creative. The bicycle thing, he used that for Freely too, as I showed in part 3. Here's another comment he left on another Instagram post, saying the same thing. He's really going after Jason Piscino. But that's good in a way, I guess, that he's bringing up names and dates and stuff, because then we can actually disprove it. Last year, he just accused Hannah of sleeping with everyone in Chiang Mai, with no names or anything, and the only thing we can say is just no. But now we can actually disprove it, and we will. So here's another post I made on Facebook. Because the narc got videos deleted on YouTube and also contacted my friends, I decided to upload to Facebook to inform everyone. And down in the comment section you have the narc again, saying, "Michael Hebo is getting played by his cheating girlfriend Hannah, who also slept with Ram and Jason behind his back. Rather than admit he has fallen for a cheating lady, he takes his anger out on me. He didn't even know that Hannah has breast implants, which are clear to see in this thumbnail from her YouTube channel." Now this is quite interesting, because first the narc accused Hannah of having implants, and when I said, "No, she doesn't," he claimed that she had removed her implants before she met me. But now he's showing a photo that I took of Hannah and claiming this is proof of her implants. So it's just absolutely ridiculous. I took this photo of Hannah, so the narc is disproving his own lies with his other lies. That whole video was my idea actually, because when I went vegan I had several people saying, like, warning me about soy because I would get man boobs and stuff, so I kind of came up with this idea that if soy makes your boobs bigger, then why don't like more girls eat soy? What I want you to take note of in this screenshot is that it was screenshotted 6 days after the video was uploaded. And this video was uploaded in 2016, months after Hannah had cut contact with the narc after what he did to her, and before Hannah had made a video about him. Which means the narc has been screenshotting and saving photos of Hannah while being in a relationship with Freely. Yet he's accusing other men in the community of being creeps, and he's also claiming that Hannah is obsessed with him. Again, this is another projection. So let's disprove this Jason stuff. So here's a conversation between Jason and Hannah, and this is how ridiculous these claims are, that Hannah asks him if he even were in Chiang Mai when they supposedly slept together. And as you can see, he wasn't. And he also said that there's proof of this on Instagram and YouTube. So let's look at his Instagram. What I want you to pay attention to is this area and this area. You can see he is in Australia on October 25th. So when we go to the next photo, still in Australia, Brisbane, Queensland, October 28th. Next photo, Gold Coast, October 28th. Next photo, Brisbane, October 30th. November 1st, Brisbane, Queensland, still in Australia. November 2nd, Brisbane, Queensland, and here he's actually with Freely and Henya, so here's two people who can confirm that he's actually in Australia. And scrolling up to the top, just to show that, yeah, this is Jason's official Instagram. Not making this up. And just to be perfectly clear, this is where Brisbane is, and this is where Chiang Mai is, and Hannah and Jason supposedly slept together while being so far apart. Another thing that doesn't make sense is that Jason was the boyfriend of Henya, and Henya is a good friend of Hannah, and still is a good friend of Hannah. So Hannah supposedly completely backstabbed her friend, and their friendship lasted, and she slept with a guy who was like almost on the other side of the planet. And she cheated on me, although this was in 2015 and I met Hannah in 2016. So this is how the narc is trying to paint Hannah as this dishonest, cheating slut, basically. And it couldn't be further from the truth. Here's a conversation between Hannah and Ram, where Hannah says, "It will be nice for people to hear my side of the story, since most people believe his lies about me." I don't think that is the case anymore, though. And Ram replies, "That's great, share your truths. That's only bullshit people," referring to the people who believe his lies. "Anyone who knows you don't have the slightest doubt." And here's another friend of Hannah saying, "Hannah, I know you. Your character is transparent. Fuck that guy." So the problem isn't Hannah's friends or my friends or Hannah's family or my family. They know us, and they know we're not like what the narc is trying to paint us as. The problem is that the narc is spreading these lies to thousands of people who doesn't know us and believes him. That's the problem, and that's why I'm making these videos, to defend ourselves against these lies. So here's another post I made on Facebook, where I post part 2 of the unmasking. This is after the narc had contacted my sister, so I also posted a screenshot of the conversation between the narc and my sister. And down in the comment section, my mom comments saying, "He has sent me the same message. Wonder how old this idiot is." And I tell my mom, "He's 40 years old. Take a screenshot of it and send it to me. We're considering taking this to the police now. This is next level harassment." And Hannah is saying, "He's so sick. I'm sorry he has dragged you into this." And then my mom replies, "I've already been there. The police said they would take it very seriously." You see, my mom is very protective of her children, so when a 40-year-old stranger is messaging her teenage daughter, she takes it very seriously. And here's the message he sent to my mom. I think this is just a copy-paste of what he sent to my sister. But again, because the narc is contacting my family, I'm just reposting the videos on my personal Facebook so my family can see who this guy is. And as you can see, my mom comments and says, "Proud that you used your time to warn others about this dangerous guy. Most people would just ignore and avoid him." And why am I showing this? Well, the narc asked me in an email what my mom thinks of all of this. So I hope this is answer enough for him. If not, you can take a look at this conversation between my mom and I. It's in Norwegian though, so let me translate. First my mom says, "That piece of shit sent me another message, but I forgot and deleted it. Now I've reported him to Facebook for harassment and blocked him." And I ask, "What did he say?" And my mom says, "He's annoyed about the videos you made about him. Ha ha ha." And I tell her, "Yeah, I know that, but what did he say specifically?" And my mom says, "I don't really remember. It was something about he felt I had to talk to you because you made those videos about him and warn you about Hannah. He should see a psychologist. The whole guy is a danger to himself." And then the day after, she copy-pasted this. "Tell your son to stop spending literally 1,000 hours making slender documentaries just because I slept with his gold-digging silicone-enhanced wife." So apparently we're married now. Didn't he just claim that we broke up? So I asked my mom to send a screenshot of the message, and she tells me to go to his Facebook page. And there I found this post saying Hebo got triggered and this meme. I'm not sure what he's referring to there because I haven't posted anything in weeks, but I guess he just expected me to get triggered by him contacting my family, so he just said I was, without me even doing anything. And my mom commented, "And you are nearly 40? Question mark, question mark, question mark." And there you have the comment my mom copy pasted. And I just told my mom, "Let me deal with this narcissist, mom. His ship is sinking. He has already lost all respect in the vegan community. He will say and do anything to get back at me at this point." And then I posted a link to part 3 of the unmasking. And I also posted a link to Josie's video. That didn't stay up for very long though. He deleted my comments and blocked me. And then he commented this to my mom. "Hannah has a boob job, yet lies about it, blah blah blah, the same bullshit again, saying she has slept with all these guys." Then he added, "plus a couple of Thai guys I don't know apparently." So as I mentioned in the unmasking series, if you allow his lies to stay unanswered, he will just keep adding to them, and his lies will continue to evolve. And even now that I've proved that it's lies, he will continue to say the same thing. It's really weird, but it's good, I guess, because now everybody see what he's like. That it doesn't matter what the truth is. He will just continue with his own story, the own little reality he has in his head. But the narc hasn't only sent messages to my family, he's also sent messages to Hannah's family. So here's a message he sent to her brother, saying the same stuff. "Did you know your sister has a boob job, bro? Ask your mom about it." And he continues, "Hannah has been trying to make my life a living nightmare the last 2 years. She and her psycho boyfriend, Mr. Hebo, set up a GoFundMe to try and take me to court. They got the money and did a runner with it. And in the meantime, he puts up these crazy documentary style videos about me. Blah blah blah, same kind of bullshit." And then he says, "And she regretted it, so trying to make out she was raped. She actually was raped in New Zealand one time though. I'm not sure if she ever told you about it." So let's stop there for a moment and think about what he just said. Either he is knowingly shaming a rape victim publicly, or he's lying to her brother about her being raped. Which of the two are worse? Then he's telling her brother, "Why am I telling you this? Because Michael keeps contacting my girlfriend's family and trying to slander me. If you want any more info, bro, let me know." I'd like some more info about that because I've not contacted the narc's girlfriend's family. So maybe he can show the messages like I'm showing the messages he's sending my family and Hannah's family. Again, I think this is another projection. And lastly he says, "Get Hannah some help and get her away from that freaky Norwegian dude." So the narc is contacting my family and telling them that Hannah is this awful person. And then he's contacting Hannah's family and telling them that I'm this awful person. So you can really see his intentions here. He's really trying hard to make problems in our relationship. But he's not only contacting our families. Oh no. He's also contacting our friends, and I showed you in the Fighting Fire with Fire video how he contacted my old bandmates. So Hannah's friend messaged me and told me this, "Hey Michael, just got this," and she shows me this screenshot of the narc saying, "Do you mind if I put a certain video and sound recording up on YouTube? I think you know what it is about. It doesn't make you look bad, trust me, because you never lied like Hannah did." So I just replied with, "He's desperately trying to silence me now." And she says, "I actually don't know what he's talking about. I've had one, quote, conversation, unquote, with the narc since last year where he cornered Emily up Doisetep and I went over to rescue her. I said, I don't want to talk about this and left, haha. Anyway, I don't know if that is useful in any way, but thought I would flick it through. So I just tell her to take screenshots of everything." So why is the narc contacting Hannah's friend trying to intimidate her? Well, it's not a coincidence that he's contacting this friend because she happened to be present during a Skype call between Hannah and Freely. So she can actually confirm what was said in this Skype call. And as you may have seen, the narc has posted a conversation between Hannah and Freely where Hannah says something happened in that hotel room, but she wanted to explain it over Skype. And the narc has claimed that he has this Skype recording, as you can see in this Tumblr post. And as you can see, he's saying that he's not posting the Skype call because Freely doesn't want him to. But that's not the reason. The reason is because then his whole story would fall apart. So I actually messaged Freely about this. I told her that he claimed to have this Skype call but didn't post it because she didn't want him to. As you can see, I'm telling her that I think he won't show it because it will prove that Hannah's story is consistent, and I asked her if she would be okay with us giving him permission to upload the Skype call. And she replied, "I've never said that, and yes, I'm okay with that." And that tells me that there is no Skype call, because if there were a Skype call, I don't think Freely would give permission, because that wouldn't only make the narc look bad, it would make Freely look bad. But I'm moving into part 5 territory here, so I'm gonna dissect this whole situation in part 5, where I show all the screenshots and go through the whole timeline, like I did in part 2 with Gen Journey and part 3 with ISIL. But in this video I want to cover more recent events. So the narc sent me this email recently, and as you can see in the subject, he says, "We're moving to KPG2, which is short for Kopangan." Obviously, when he stalked my Facebook and Instagram, he has seen that I tagged Kopangan in my latest photos and thought that I'm in Kopangan, but I'm not. I just tagged Kopangan because that's where the photo was taken. I also want to mention that he's not sending this from his own email address, he has created a new one. You can't see it if you watch this video on my channel, because he's filing privacy complaints every time I show his email address. But I'm gonna put some links in the description to like uncensored version of this video, so you can see for yourself. And the reason he's not sending from his own email address is because, as you can see in this email, I told him that I put a filter in my inbox, so all the emails he's sending me is just skipping my inbox. And the reason I did this is, as I showed in my previous video, he was spamming me with emails, like sending an email every 10 minutes almost. And the same goes for the messages he sent on Facebook. I've blocked him there too, so he created a new account and commented on my posts and contacted my family and Hannah's family through this other account. But I can prove that it's him. I will prove it in part 5. So he says, "If you want to move on, I can too, mate. You delete all your stuff and I can delete all mine." The thing is though, as the narc started to report my videos for harassment and bullying, I started to do the same to him. So in my Fighting Fire with Fire video, I made a thread under the video where I listed all the videos where he's been harassing and bullying people. And what happened was that a lot of people started to report his videos, and he must have gotten scared, because immediately afterwards he deleted all the videos about Hannah. And he also deleted a lot of the videos of other people that he's been harassing and cyberbullying. So instead of listing it in this thread, we started a secret Facebook group where we have a group of people that report videos that include harassment and cyberbullying and slander and defamation. But this group isn't only about the narc's slanderous videos, it's about anyone in the vegan community who defame and harass others. We've actually gotten a few channels terminated because of our reporting. So it's working, and I encourage everyone who are tired of how toxic and how much shit that is going on in the vegan community to join the group and post videos you come across and report videos that you see there. I'll leave information in a pinned comment on how to join the group. So he continues, "I'm a crazy Aussie and everyone knows that." Well, tell that to vegan girl. "Nobody ever took me seriously. Look at the haircuts and lifestyle I do, bro. I'm an entertainer and trainer." Spreading lies about people, harassing them and bullying them is not entertainment. You, on the other hand, look clean-cut and respectable. Not sure you want to build your reputation as being associated with someone like me. What is going to happen for your future when people type in you and Hannah's name and all sorts of random shit pops up? Lol. In your hatred towards me, you forgot to think about the future. This is a threat, bro. It is just how the internet works. So he's making it pretty clear that he's deliberately trying to smear my name. And if you don't think this email is real, all you have to do is to go to his Tumblr. He's saying the same thing there. In this Tumblr post you can see that he's trying to get his posts to turn up on page 1 on Google when you search my name, his lies about me. And he continues, "You make hate towards a crazy person and then the crazy person makes you look crazy." I don't think I look crazy. I think the narc makes himself look crazy. Poke a sleeping dog and expect to get bit. So he's referring to himself as a sleeping dog and that I'm now getting bit. But I think it's the other way around. I think I was the sleeping dog and that he's now getting bit. Ask Hannah's parents about the people who have been in contact with them because of all the shit you keep throwing. So he pretends that it's like some people who contacts them, but it's all him. Do you think they deserve it? They see your face and they will just think drama subconsciously. No, they're seeing my face and they see someone who stands up for their daughter and sister. That's what they're seeing. Everyone who sees Hannah now just thinks, does or did she really get a boob job? Is that what you want your girl to be famous for? You just destroyed her social media career forever, bro, with your hate machine against me. So again, he's projecting, claiming that I'm the one destroying her social media career. He's the one that is trying to destroy her. I'm the one defending her and proving all these lies to be exactly that, lies. You can't destroy crazy, bro. Well, if I can't destroy crazy, why is he trying so hard to silence me? Obviously, he's getting destroyed. But perfect gets destroyed so fucking easily. So keep making videos about me and keep digging the hate hole bigger for all those close to you, or bury the hatchet. Delete, private your stuff, and I can do the same for you. I only treat people how they treat me, bro. Oh, I will keep making videos until I'm done. And the narc can't stop me. Like, these emails doesn't intimidate me at all. But it looks like he's getting pretty triggered by my videos. And what I noticed is that this email was sent August 15th. And if you remember this post from earlier, this was posted August 15th. And look what he's saying. Hebo got triggered. I think this is yet another projection from him. He's the one getting triggered, and then he projects it onto me. And while doing all of this behind the scenes, he's posting publicly stuff like this. I have zero tolerance for cyberbullying of my fans or other internet users. And he's posting videos like this.
You know, I forgive these people for doing what they've done, and I don't hold it on deep in my heart, because it's not a good way to live through life. Living with a life of purpose, putting your own problems aside and focusing on the bigger picture in the planet. And we've got a lot of issues in the planet right now. We've got kids starving. I'm loving life here in Thailand. I've retired, and I'm just every day, you know, me and Troy just went for a jog then. We come, had a shower, jump in the pool, make some videos. I'm gonna go get some awesome pineapple for lunch.
So in the same video, he's saying that, oh, there's so much problems in the world and kids are starving. And then right afterwards, he's saying that, oh, I'm retired and I'm just living life. Like, okay, why don't he do anything for like these starving children that he pretends to care so much about?
And I just feel for my haters who are just stuck at home behind the laptop all day, editing videos, or like, you know, liking hate videos about doing on. It's like, come on, man, like, get a life, you know, like, get a life. But anyway, we all choose the life we live. I forgive you guys and apologise if I offended anyone too deeply. It wasn't my intention.
So it wasn't his intention to offend. I wonder what his intention were when he contacted my and Hannah's family and friends, if it weren't to offend. It sure doesn't help the starving children.
You've got this Norwegan person and other people that want to take Diddley Rider down, putting all their energy into creating these videos, and you're thinking, come on guys, there's better things to be focused on.
So why do we focus on this? What's the root of the problem here? Who is it that accuse others of being scammers, liars, drug addicts, pedophiles, rapists? Who is it that accuse all these people of all these things? Why don't you tell Jen Journey's family that there's better things to focus on? Jen Journey's aunt left another comment on one of my videos saying she's feeling the first bit of inner peace in over 2 years. What do you think about Jen Journey still being slandered by the narc after her death? She's gone, she can't defend herself. But the narc is still slandering her. To this day. Here's a Tumblr post he made recently, saying she wasn't even vegan, and also claiming that he never made a video about her. Both of these were disproved in part 2 of the unmasking. He continues to claim that she asked for $100,000. This was also disproved in my video. To do a juice fast, yet again. This is another lie that was disproved in part 2 of the unmasking. But yet, he's still spreading these lies about her. What do you think about him falsely accusing me of being a scammer? Making videos and Tumblr post after Tumblr post, spreading these lies about me, saying I haven't shown any receipts of the fundraiser I made for Josie to get her a new laptop. But if you go to the fundraiser, you can see that I've posted a receipt. Here we have a photo of Josie and her new laptop, so obviously it's not a scam. And if you zoom in on the receipt, you can see that she bought an HP laptop for €699. And he keeps stalking and harassing Josie. This Nagev account That's him. And as you can see, I'm linking to the photo of Josie. And what does he say? He says it's a Photoshop. And he asks, where's the video about it? Well, here's a video about it. And then he says, could you call it the ethics of buying a new laptop for a rich kid who already has one when half the world lives on less than $2 a day and animal sanctuaries are in desperate need of donations today? So as the narc seems to be a bit confused about the order of events, let's do a quick recap. So Josie and the narc barely knew each other. They had just briefly said hi on the festival. And when Josie went back to Chiang Mai in September, the narc started messaging her, and she was quite surprised that he even knew her name. And this is an important detail because this is exactly what the narc accused Aysel of contacting young teenage girls.
He's a 40-year-old approaching teenage girls who don't approach him, he's approached them. So if people approach me, I never approach random teenage girls. That's just like fucking really, in my opinion, predatory, pedophilic behavior, in my opinion.
So the narc asked Josie to meet up, and she was like hesitant. And when she declined, the narc made sure that he didn't want, like, it was only about camera talk. There was like nothing else there. So Josie was like, okay, fine. And after a while, he gained her trust. So he managed to lure her to his hotel room. And while she was there, he started to ask her for sex. And when she declined, he didn't stop. He continued to pressure her. And this is coercion and abuse of authority, to not take no for an answer. And we have to remember, this is a 40-year-old that is pressuring a teenager. Exactly what he has accused other men of in the community.
Sexual predator is someone who seeks out someone they know they can exploit. They suss people out like, yep, she's weak, she won't say nothing. I'm gonna fucking try and dominate her, intimidate her. That's a sexual predator, and I fucking hate those cunts. I thought no one would really believe me since I thought everyone liked him. And also, this guy's pretty charismatic. He's a fucking cunt. He was super friendly and funny when I met him at the Thai Fruit Fest. And now this sexual predator motherfucker is trying to take advantage of her. And this girl comes from a culture where they're sort of quiet and like, you know, don't rock the boat. And this person knew that, and they took advantage of that.
And then Josie said that he refused to put on a condom. And now when the word refused is used, refused does not belong with consent. So what happened after that is that the narc needed some leverage. So he bought Josie a laptop. And Josie already had a laptop. It was an old crappy one, but she had a laptop. So the narc was the one who bought a laptop to this rich kid. So what Josie did was that she gave her old laptop to someone she had befriended in Chiang Mai, another girl. And then, when my videos came out, Josie got the courage to speak up about what had happened. And when she did, the narc suddenly wanted the laptop back that he had given her. And then the narc forcefully took back the laptop, threatening to go to the police and that she would go to prison if she didn't give it back, and so on. Now, Josie has integrity, so when he took back the laptop, she didn't go to that girl she gave her old laptop to and wanted it back. So she was left with no laptop. And that's why I started a fundraiser to help her get a new laptop. And even if she was a rich kid, that doesn't give you any more right to do someone wrong. So that changes nothing. But we have to remember it was the narc who bought the laptop to this rich kid. I just helped her get a new one when he stole it back. So I hope this clears things up for the narc. If not, I'm happy to go through it again and again and make more videos about it. Another thing I want to point out is that this Nagev account, that's him. As you can see in this screenshot, he was called out on this account, and I guess he gave up trying to hide it because he replied as himself under the Nagev account, saying, "I don't have time to edit all the receipts together, hoping that I can pay Hebo to edit it all for me. Just waiting to hear back from him." Hey, I'm happy to edit things together, just send me all the receipts. But there are no receipts, are there? Here's another account that is his Sweet Tasty Vegan. That's also the narc. So he comments in support of himself on his own videos, and then he replies to his own comment thanking for the support. This plant-based Paul account is also him, as you can see. I guess he forgot to log out and log into his own account when he made his reply. And here's another comment where he forgot to log out, replying as himself under the plant-based Paul account. And as I've said before, this Ragnar Valhalla account is also him, and as you can see, he's spamming my videos with this account, spreading his bullshit.
Yeah, you can do a couple of videos to gather the views and whatnot. You know, you want to get them to your channel.
So what Vegan Girl is doing here is to undermine my integrity, claiming that I'm doing this for views. But that makes no sense because I have a bigger music channel and it's way more enjoyable for me to make like guitar videos. So yeah, that just doesn't make sense. Another thing is that I haven't used the narc's name in the titles of any of my videos. And I did this on purpose because his name doesn't bring views. This is only what the narc wants you to believe, that he's so big and famous that, oh, his name brings people views. Like, you have to stop listening to his words.
I'm repeating myself, but the top hitting videos are always sledging Diddley Rider.
And think critically. What's so weird about it is that Vegan Girl has made so many videos with the narc's name in the title and she gets next to no views on them. So there's the proof for you. I mean, none of her videos with clickbaity titles and his name has reached 10,000 views. The same can't be said about my videos. And you have to remember, my channel was smaller than hers when I started with the unmasking series.
But how many hours do you want to spend on one person?
As many hours as it takes, and clearly I haven't spent enough. And I can assure you that I don't want to waste my time on this person, but I also don't want him to get away with what he has done, so what choice do I have? He continues to do the same thing he has done for over a year now, so I don't have any other choice than to, like, shut him down once and for all.
Where's your priorities? If you're a true vegan...
The "you're not a true vegan" argument invented by the narc and his ex-girlfriend. Haven't we been through this already?
You know how a few of us have been saying their main focus has become themselves and not so much the animals? I honestly never thought they'd go as far as to reclaim the word vegan to make it about them instead of animal welfare. But apparently you can't be a real vegan if you criticise them for things like slander, threats of violence and copyright theft.
You know what? If standing up against abusive people doesn't meet the requirements of being a true vegan, then I'm proudly not a true vegan. I can't care less about the label. I'm not vegan for the label. I just want to do the right thing. Erin Janis posted a good quote recently, where it was highlighted that veganism is about justice. I think that standing up for people who are being publicly shamed, harassed, slandered, defamed, bullied and lied about is about justice. It's not like one exclude the other. Like, if you're vegan, you can still stand up for people. You don't only have to stand up for animals.
If you're a vegan, you spend... This Norwegian guy, he's spending way... This is why I think it's personal.
So earlier in the video, she showed a screenshot of a video where I had spelled out that it was personal, and now she's trying to make it out that I have some hidden agenda. I don't. I've been very open from the very beginning.
He's spending too much time trying to take Harley down, aka Diddley Rider.
And Vegan Girl is spending too much time defending the narc, aka the narcissist, despite everything that has been revealed so far.
I've changed a lot of things in my life in the last few weeks, in the last few days, last year, in the last 24 hours. I will refrain from becoming a passionate person when I'm triggered by certain events.
I will refrain from becoming a passionate person when I'm triggered by certain events? What? This is code for I guess I can no longer defend myself when all you people make me mad and upset. He shifts the responsibility of his poor choices onto other people. It's like the argument, you forced me to hit you because you said something that made me mad. And half the time the whole reason why people say things about him is in reaction to things he himself has said in the first place.
Action, reaction, cause and effect.
Harley is a grown man who has thrown too many punches to get away with this kind of talk.
Imagine putting that effort, all that effort that he's done into creating, you could do mini little documents documentations, documentaries of all the animals that are being mistreated and exploited every single day. Imagine that. Imagine it.
Imagine that. Imagine that. And I could have done that, but we have a guy in the vegan community who lies, slander, defame, threaten, blackmail, falsely accuse, coerce, assault, and other shit that is damaging the vegan movement. His latest stunt now is to announce that someone is dead, that is not dead, that is hospitalized and fighting for his life.
So Rich Piana officially has passed away, but unfortunately Rich has passed away. Rich Piana officially has passed away.
And it was no doubt that he was still alive, because I did one Google search and I got several sources saying that he was alive. Like this one. She's even begging everyone to show respect and realize how extremely difficult this is for them. And it's not like the narc didn't know, because his video was posted after this posting confirming that he was still alive. But him being alive doesn't give as many views, you know? So it's better to announce that he's dead, because the narc doesn't have empathy, so he doesn't care, even if these people ask to show respect.
You know, I wish that right now everybody would either be supportive or just be quiet. You know, someone's hurt, someone's in the hospital, their loved ones are fucking freaked out, everybody's fucking worried. What the fuck is the point? Like, you're not cool, you're not funny, you're not fucking making people like you. You know, all you're doing is making yourself look like a dick when you do it. So,
talking shit. I mean, dude, you know, the guy's sick. You don't wish death on anybody. Yeah. That's bad. And, you know, if you're one of those guys, you should really check your shit in yourself, because that's being a fucko. You know what I mean? You're not even a momo, you're a fucko. But I think some people love misery, you know?
As I showed in part 1 of the unmasking, the narc has no empathy. That's how he can do all this messed up shit. He has no problem coercing teenage girls, announcing that someone is dead, who is hospitalized, shaming a dead woman, and so on. In fact, I think vegan girls should remove the point she makes in her channel description about caring about people. Because you can't claim to care about people and support the narc at the same time, because the narc is deliberately hurting so many people all the time. And even, I think you should remove caring about animals, because he's doing all this shit in the name of animals, wearing vegan shirts and stuff, which is damaging the vegan movement and makes vegans look like morons. So maybe it's not so bad that I'm shutting down this person, because the vegan community in general have mostly supported him in all the shit he has been doing, and he has been doing this for years. But because he claims to be vegan, the vegan community have been supporting him anyway. So me showing that we're not huge hypocrites is actually making veganism more approachable to non-vegans. Just look at the comments I get from non-vegans.
I just think what a waste of time, waste of your energy. Put it into something more productive. Fair enough, Diddley Rider's upset you personally, but come on. Animals are needing our voices. Animals are needing us right now.
And shutting down someone who is damaging the integrity of the vegan movement is helping the animals in the long run.
Meanwhile, in Africa, when there's so many starving, thousands of them starving to death.
So I'm only one person, and tackling big issues like world hunger and animal welfare takes a whole movement to address, I think. But what I can do as one person is to expose the narcissist and show people how he's damaging the vegan movement. He's targeting and shutting down vegan activists. So if you really care about animals and people, you wouldn't support this person.
My advice, Norvegan, is to put that energy into something worthwhile that's going to help the animals.
And my advice is to not defend an abusive person who is intentionally trying to destroy good people. Because when you do, I have to spend more time on proving you wrong, instead of helping the animals. A nice insult on the victims of his abuse. Tell them that this time is not worthwhile. As long as the narc keeps spreading lies about my girlfriend and me, I will keep standing up against these lies. Here's his latest lie about my girlfriend. In this Tumblr post, the narc is claiming that he went to dinner with Hannah at By Hand Pizza. And he says, "We made a video there. I've got it somewhere in my hard drives." Have you noticed that the narc always has all this evidence on some hard drives somewhere, but he never seemed to get to it? The thing is that my girlfriend happened to film when she was at this place, and she uploaded it to YouTube. Here you can see By Hand Pizza. And look, here's Freely and the narc. Ah, so he didn't go to dinner with Hannah. He went to dinner with Freely, and then he's manipulating the situation, claiming that he went there with Hannah. But if you look at the rest of the video, Freely and the narc are nowhere to be seen, because Hannah didn't go there with the narc. She went there with friends, and the narc and Freely happened to be there. So now it's the narc's turn to show the footage he claims to have, but I predict that he won't. He likes to claim he has stuff, but when his bluff is called, then suddenly he makes up whatever excuse he will find to not show the footage. I guess it will go something like he has better things to do, like saving animals and starving people. Here's another Tumblr post with more lies. So here it said that Norwegan now claims he is no longer a vegan. Norwegan states he will no longer associate with veganism. And listen to this sentence: using this latest hate excuse towards you to justify his eating of animals. So I think this is written by the narc. This incoherent sentence structure is just how he writes. And then he suggests that Hannah is also no longer a vegan. So let's take a look at what I actually said. So this person has made many videos defending himself against the narc slander. So he asked his subscribers what to do with his channel, and he gave 4 options. The first one saying, leave it as it is and continue as before. Option 2, private all drama videos. Option 3, private all drama videos. And option 4, leave the channel as a defense channel against all the slander and start up a new channel for his own videos. So I commented and told him that if he goes with option 1 and 4, he will win, but if he goes with option 2 and 3, the narc will win. So I told him, the moment you take down your videos, the Tumblr posts and the occasional comments in his videos will start up again. You know how it is. It'll go something like this. Took down his videos because I have some evidence of him being this and that, which I would have to put out to defend myself if he didn't take down his slanderous videos about me. And then I told him, leaving it up and he can say nothing, because your defense is already there. And then at the end, I said, I haven't decided whether to go with 1 or 4 yet. I'm leaning towards 4, just so nobody can claim I built my channel by using his name. And I don't really want to be associated with the word vegan anymore, not as long as people refer to him as a vegan. So that's what I actually said. I didn't say I'm no longer a vegan. I said I don't want to be associated with the word vegan as long as people refer to the narc as a vegan. I don't want to be associated with the word vegan for the same reason I don't want to be associated with feminism. There's too many idiots in the movement. And as I said, I don't care about the label. Maisie Williams, the actress from Game of Thrones, made a good point, I think, saying, I feel like we should stop calling feminists feminists and just start calling people who aren't feminists sexist. You're either a normal person or a sexist. And I think the same goes for veganism. You're either a decent person who doesn't oppress the vulnerable, or you're not. And I think it's obvious which camp the narc is in. So the narc's reply is, Norwegan Axe Michael Hebo's YouTube stats for the last 30 days. As I just mentioned, this is how the narc writes, like spelling mistakes and incoherent sentences. And he says, if someone asked me the example of a loser, it would be him. So this is the guy who creates accounts and comments on his own videos in support of himself, and then replies to his own comments thanking for the support. And he's using me as an example of a loser. He has spent over 1,000 hours editing videos about me, and he only gotten 9k views in the last 30 days. LOL! Apparently making videos for something other than views is a concept these real vegans can't understand. Once again, the narc doesn't make sense. If I did this for views, I would have cut up my videos in 5 to 10 minutes videos instead of having them like 1 and 2 hours long. That would have given me a hell of a lot more views. And it's also very convenient of him to take a screenshot of my views right after he got 2 of my videos taken down, meaning I lost a lot of the view count. And then he continues with saying how many views he is getting and how great he is, blah blah blah. And then he finishes off with, Michael Hebo thinks I'm a lot more famous than I actually am. So here the narc is actually admitting to not being as famous as he has tried to convince everyone of being for so long now. I'm not the one who's believing he's famous. That's why in the very first unmasking video I made a point out of him being preoccupied with fantasy.
Number 2, they're preoccupied with fantasies of unlimited success, power, brilliance, beauty, or ideal love.
The whole vegan scene pretty much is on YouTube because of me.
Everybody in Chiang Mai who's here is here because of me. I get so many comments. I've got over 1 million comments.
I've got so many comments.
Out of my community.
Oh, my community. Would that go under? That'd be under, yeah, I would say subscriber review kind of bullshit.
This is a community I've built.
Boom! Community, we built this community, we've got so many viewers.
And all over the world, little events are popping up.
I keep on building these communities. I build these communities, they're popping up everywhere. There's my communities popping everywhere. No, Julian Rider. No, you haven't.
This one would be kind of hard to prove because most narcissists don't think that they're fantasies.
Look, we basically built this online social media, vegan community, YouTube, etc. 99.9% of the channels on YouTube sprouted from us.
The only reason you have fucking views on that video is because of me, even if you're a hater.
Like they think that they're realities, right?
That's from part 1 of the unmasking, the very first part I uploaded about him. So he's even willing to admit that he's not as famous just to make me look stupid. But again, I never believed it, and I'm just showing everyone how he's creating this false illusion for himself, and now he's admitting to it. And this is what the whole unmasking series is about, to show people that this person is not who he says he is. He's wearing a mask, he has created an illusion for himself, and by people believing in this illusion, it actually gives him power, and he abuses this power.
Power resides where men believe it resides. It's a trick, a shadow on the wall. And a very small man can cast a very large shadow.
So here's another Tumblr post where the narc is trying to insult me. And again, look at the inconsistency in this question. I'm pretty sure this is the narc asking himself. So the question is, Envy lives in Thailand. Why doesn't he confront you in person and end this all like a man? It seems like since you came to Chiang Mai, he packed bags and ran from you. And then he replies to himself saying, some guys are just keyboard warriors. They wait till you are in a different country before they make a video about you or until they leave town. So this is another projection. Let me show you. So in part 1 I talked about Anthony Kolpo, who had been accused of the narc of punching him in the face. And after part 1, Anthony Kolpo actually contacted me. So here you can see Anthony says, thanks and congratulations for a video on the narc, such a repugnant and terrible poor excuse for a human being. And then he asks about the screenshot, where the narc's ex-girlfriend admitted to the whole sucker punch story being a lie. And at the end here, you can see he wants this evidence, because the narc didn't only lie about what had happened, he actually falsely reported Anthony Kolpo to the police. So I emailed him back with the screenshot and asked him, he actually reported you? Unbelievable. And I followed up with this email, sending over a comment I got on my video, where a guy said this about the narc. Great, he needs to be revealed for what he is, a coward. I was there the day of, quotation mark, the punch. Of course it never happened, and he hid almost crying behind his mates. When confronted, tough boy didn't want to fight. He's all bravado. And I said, not sure if it's a troll or actually someone who was there though. I didn't know at the time, but now later on I've confirmed that he was actually there. And Anthony replied with this email. You can pause the video and read it if you want, but he's basically just telling what happened and showing his dissatisfaction with the police in Australia. And I replied to him and said that I also contacted the police in Australia and that my experience is also that they're pretty useless. And then I told him about why I'm making these videos. Again, you can pause and read if you want, but I'm going to go through all of this in part 5. So it's not that I'm afraid of confronting the narc in person. I mean, I'm 2 meters tall and weigh 100 kilos, and I'm trained in putting down criminals. I mean, it was a part of my job. But it's more that the narc is falsely accusing people who confront him, and I don't want a false report on me. So moving on to another Tumblr post. This is the last one I'm gonna address in this video, so bear with me. So the ask is, looks like Norwegan gave up. Hannah broke up with him. No more uploads on his channel. He regrets putting his face online. So we've gone from being broken up to being married, and then now we're broken up again. Gee, this relationship is a roller coaster. And to the comment about me regretting putting my face online. I've put my face online since 2006 when I started my main channel. I've been on YouTube longer than the narc, so much for the comment of everyone being on YouTube because of him. And the narc replies, Michael Hebo pays Hannah Lob's way. Projection. So no way a gold digger like that would give away that meal ticket. She would want to get preggo and married ASAP. So the narc has gone from saying we're gonna break up to now we're gonna get married and have kids. For over a year now, the narc has done everything in his power to break us up. But I guess he's starting to realize that that's not gonna happen. And what is considered a successful romantic relationship? Marriage and kids, right? So now he's trying to make that a bad thing. The narc can't admit that he's wrong, so no matter the outcome of our relationship, he will twist it and make it fit into his reality. So if Hannah breaks up with me, then it's because I'm a better cock. If I break up with Hannah, then it's because I realized what an awful person she is, just like the narc said. If we don't break up with each other, then we're both losers or whatever. I think the narc needs to focus more on his own relationship instead of everybody else's, because this is not just about me and Hannah's relationship. He's doing this with everyone. Vegan Gains and Jasmine has gone after them, Banana Blondie and Plant-Based Athlete, Robin and Freely, Bonnie Rebecca and Tim, D-Man and High Carb Hannah, Henna and Jason when they were together. I mean, everyone he has a problem with. He is going after their relationship and tries to break up everyone. So the narc continues. James Hargest College ain't cheap, bro, and she is used to everything being paid for. So again, he's lying. James Hargest College is a public school and is free. And all you need to do is to go to their webpage. As you can see, they have their own donation page where they have listed school fees and PTA fee. And it says, this provides for essential items of equipment not funded by the government. And it also says the school fees and PTA fees are voluntary donations. And by the way, Hannah has a university degree that she paid for herself. But the narc can't stand that because he doesn't have any degree. So he's this loser and he's projecting this onto others. So when others are better than him, if they have a better relationship, better education, better car, like a license, he's always trying to shame what he doesn't have. And as I showed earlier in this video, Freely's brother said that when the narc and Freely were together, Freely paid for everything. So who's the person who is used to getting everything paid for? Again, another projection. Continuing with the Tumblr post, the narc says, remember how Norwegan claims I was lying about her having breast implants? Well, check out these photos. And then he shows 2 photos. And the first photo is from when Hannah went to high school. And it's kind of disturbing that the narc is finding these old photos of her. It shows how much he's stalking her. And this second photo too. That was the second Instagram post Hannah made. So the narc has scrolled through her whole feed back to 2013 to find this photo. And by the way, this photo is from when Hannah went to university, so she didn't have that kind of money to spend on implants. But it gets more disturbing with this other photo. I'll get back to that in a moment. Let's go through the rest of the post first. Michael Hebo looks like he's getting very tired and fat, sitting on his ass all day, investing thousands of hours into making videos, trying to slander me.
It's not slander if it's true.
And make money off me. More projections. Then he says, remember this from last year? They tried to eBay for $15,000 and only got $600, which they pocketed. They even removed the video because it was so fraudulent. So from last time he has lowered the amount we got, because in my other video responding to scam accusations he was claiming that we got over $1,000, and now he's lowered it to $600, but he's still lying. Because in that video I showed the actual fundraiser page and showed how he posted the receipt that we had spent the money on a lawyer, and now he's claiming that we pocketed the money. But again, I'm gonna go through this situation in part 5. Now let's go back to this photo. Now what's so disturbing about this photo is that this photo is only posted one place on the internet, and that's the company page of the company Hannah works for. So first of all, the narc knows that Hannah has a job and earns money, obviously because he has found the company she's working for. Yet he is claiming that she's leeching off of me. But this whole boob implant story is just a cover story. What he's really doing here is showing us that I know where Hannah works, and it's a way for him to try to intimidate us to silence, because he has gone after people's jobs before.
This is going to be a serious video. No comedy, no mashups, no funnies, no jokes. Just a real serious video. I've been hesitant on making this video. I haven't wanted to give the person behind this the credit or the feel of victory, on fucking my life up. Me and my family's life have been turned basically upside down. My boss at work started getting some weird phone calls, weird voicemails, fire fat boy, something like that, and it would just be repetitive over and over and over. And the conversations to my boss were that me, his employee, one of his employees that were later described as me with my name and everything, that I'm selling drugs online through a YouTube channel. I use drugs. I'm using a YouTube channel to destroy people's lives, and I'm doing all this illegal stuff. But then he started getting threats on his employment and threats of destroying his business and his company. So I was sent for a drug test. I took the drug test, passed it. As big as a joke as I found it and he found it, it was to cover his ass, I guess, and I couldn't blame him. I don't care. So I thought everything was fine, everything was done. It was some joke, somebody just trying to fuck with me. And then I get called into my boss's office and I'm told that he has to let me go. He even apologized to me and said that he's sorry, he knows I have a family, but he's got to do this. He can't deal with the threats on his family or the harassment anymore. I didn't want to make a video on this because, like I said, I didn't want to give the satisfaction to this person. How pathetic can your life be? I'm not out making videos hating on people's lives. I make comedic videos. Just because someone has a disagreement on my opinion, you're going to dabble in fucking with my life? So now we're moving back to my parents' house. My wife doesn't make a lot, so this has really set us back. It's hurt. 2 kids I have. This evil to do this to somebody. This is just little YouTube, little vegan YouTube, and you're dealing with your fucking people's lives up. Who has that much time on their hands to sit there and pry into people's lives and finding work numbers and home numbers and...
Yeah, who does? Well, the narc does. He's retired, as he's telling everyone. Here's the kicker though. Hannah is not the only person who works for this company who has been a victim of the narc's abuse. So not only is her boss aware, also her colleagues are aware. And as I showed earlier in this video, I had already warned my sister about the narc contacting her. What I'm doing is causing severe narcissistic injury, which is causing him to do all this messed up shit.
I'm going to support him because of how much he has helped me.
So for my final message to Vegan Girl, I'm just gonna quote Martin Luther King, and the quote goes as follows. He who passively accepts evil is as much involved in it as he who helps to perpetrate it. He who accepts evil without protesting against it is really cooperating with it.
How nasty does it get in the vegan community that I've seen, I've been in? I've watched a woman ask you guys for money on her dying bed because she has cancer. It gets worse. This is the 8 months I've been a vegan. Online, y'all act like this community ain't fucking shit terrible. In this community, over any community, I have seen so many people, addresses given out, docs. I've seen someone get fired. I saw a man brought to tears as he had to move his wife and his children in with his parents because they didn't like his opinion. Sickos. Sick fucking people. And you don't show support of the channels out here that tries to stray away from this. But you want to just take all of this and say everything is fine, everything is okay. It's not important to speak out about these horrible things that make us look bad.
I just think what a waste of time, waste of your energy. Put it into something more productive.
Because I don't want to have any part of this sick fucking community though. That's it.
They fake compassion. They fake love. Everything's fake.
You can't do that. That's just not right. And we take a stand for that. And we always will and we always have. My goal is not, my highest value in life isn't approval and feeling significant. My highest value is contributing to people and animals on the planet. My fucking life purpose is to help people help the planet. When you work as hard as I do at helping people help themselves, do good shit on the planet, that's my life purpose. My highest drive in life is contribution. Because that's my purpose, man, is to do good things on the planet, to help the environment, to help the animals, to help people, man. I'm here to help, here to serve.
And then here they are doing the exact opposite behind closed doors.
Now here's where things start to get disturbing. Because in the beginning of this video, there's a teenage girl cycling up the driveway to his hotel room. Now, when I first saw this girl, I thought she was around 12 to 14 years of age. She looks very young. I've blurred her face because it's a girl Harley has had what he calls adult consensual sex with.
I have some evidence of the guy being an absolute emotional manipulator towards a young woman who confided in me about the whole thing, and it absolutely disgusted me. It disgusted me, and it made me really realise the kind of person that Harley Johnston actually is.
I just really want to get this story out there so that people, especially young girls like I was and like I still am, know what they're dealing with when they're interacting with, you know, Diddley Rider, Harley, because I did not know what I was dealing with.
As he was sitting beside me, I had my hair in a ponytail and he kind of ran his hand over my hair.
You're like 40 and I'm 18 and I don't think that we should be doing this because you're like so much older than me and I don't think this is right.
I just started to feel sick.
Yeah, so I said I don't think we should do this.
He wrote on the computer, "Do you want to kiss me?" I said no and tried to laugh it off.
I kind of tried to just brush it off.
He asked me again and I said no again.
He kept asking those questions.
He asked me again if I was sure.
Yeah, he just kept asking
and the answer was still no.
I tried to brush it off by saying, oh, I think they should just like keep their distance and wait, kind of like wait and see. But he didn't.
But he didn't respect my answer.
He then tried to kiss me.
He kissed me anyway.
And I kind of stepped back and I was like, I don't think we should do this. Like, I don't think I want to do this.
He didn't listen to my excuses.
He then tried to kiss me again.
And he continued to ask me for more.
And he then started asking me continuously why I didn't want to kiss him and why I wasn't attracted to him and why.
And Harley is constantly portraying himself as this white knight in the vegan community who is trying to stick up for young women and alert them to sexual predators.
Why is it so hard for rape victims, sexual assault victims to prosecute their predators, their attackers? Because it's really hard to motherfucking prove it. It's really hard to prove it. Unless it's on camera, unless there's witnesses, but then again, it's their word against mine. It's very hard to prosecute assault cases when there's no witnesses. Sexual assault, rape, very hard. They target vulnerable girls. They're very fucking manipulative. They're fucking predators. So they go after these kids. They go after quiet people who won't speak up. very calculative, quiet ones. So these guys go to a potluck,
and it tends to be very specific.
And they can quickly work out who's going to be a good target, who's not going to speak up, things like that. When I used to be a criminal, and we used to do crime, after a while you start to read people, you learn, who's a danger, who's a threat, who's an easy target.
I kind of just blamed myself.
Most women out there, most girls, 16 to 25-year-old, they're so easy to manipulate, they're so easy to bullshit.
In a way that was like, maybe I'm being the stupid one here, maybe I shouldn't worry about this. And I kind of just said, oh, I don't know, like I just don't feel good about this kind of thing. Then he, refused to use condoms.
In my experience, he has been the most sexually predatory person that I have come across in this community.
His actions really didn't align with that at all, the way he was treating me.
They exploit people.
Basically, it's a lot of actions that don't line up with a lot of their words.
I had some personal, pretty intense problems in my life then. He said, I hope your daddy's proud of you for sleeping with a 40-year-old creep.
So this is a guy who's creeping around with teenage girls, and I was definitely justified in calling him a sexual predator, feeling that because he was harassing these girls. And he just harasses them again and again and again, and stalking them again and again and again, video after video after video, and going after it again and again and again and again. That's harassment, that's cyberbullying.
I just want him out of my life, and I just want to get this out there so that he can't do to other people what he did to me.
My name is Dana. Currently, I am a psychiatric nurse. I work with people with personality disorders and mental illness. I also worked at a domestic violence shelter where I worked with victims of all kinds of abuse.
He's got his phone, right, and he's looked over him and he goes, oh, what do you think of this? I'm not in a skinny chick, so I'm in a chubby chicks and stuff, but he's looking and I'm just like, yeah, whatever, man. And he goes, how old do you think she is? The chick looked like she was fucking 14, 15 years old. And I'm like looking at him just thinking, is he thinking he wants to fuck this chick or what? What the fuck's he talking about? Like, my mind wasn't thinking he wants to fuck this chick. I'm like, I thought he meant, does she look fit? Because that's what he's into and all that sort of, lean and shit. And I'm just thinking, whatever, man, sort of thing. And then he's like showing the other YouTuber, and I'm just thinking to himself, he's thinking of fucking whether he should fuck this chick, and he's trying to get his approval from us two. That's what I thought. That's what I'm thinking later on. I just didn't click that he was thinking of fucking this chick. I didn't think he was thinking of fucking her, because that's not where my mind was going with it when he showed it to me. And then he was just like, and then within about another 5 minutes, he was just on his phone constantly, like just looking at chicks I could see. All right? And he's fucking messaging away, and he's like, oh, I'm going to go hook up with this chick. I'm going to go. So he gets on his bike. That's when he walked out straight past the fucking donation box and just fucking didn't donate shit. Went to hook up with some probably fucking teenage kid.
They might just say really weird things. I remember another weird thing that Jack had said to me one time was something about how all men find 14-year-olds attractive. What? That's disgusting. There's really no excusing that. Like, that's really disgusting for a grown man to find a 14-year-old girl attractive.
Neighbours and visitors suspected nothing.
Well, he was Wacky Phil.
Wacky Phil.
He was Wacky Phil. He had a funny, I don't know, he was always in a hurry and just different. He was just different.
But there was nothing there to say or to indicate that something was amiss.
So you didn't feel uncomfortable?
No.
You didn't get any strange vibes or any strange feeling from being in the house?
None whatsoever.
He thinks he's very smart. He thinks he's smarter than everyone else.
And see how fucking dumb people are. There's so many motherfucking suckers out there. They don't have a fucking clue.
And the thing is, when he doesn't get his way, his whole persona changes.
He was so taken aback and almost, I'm not sure, confused or angry that I said no to him.
Now that was terrifying to me.
What did he mean by that?
That he was very charismatic and manipulative, but if he didn't get his way, it was like Jekyll and Hyde. His whole personality changed. He says, you want me to tell you he's well? He's not. He's a sick puppy. We know it.
For a narcissist, sex is not about sex, right? So normal people, sex is a way of bonding. It's a way of kind of strengthening your relationship. It's a way of showing your love and your affection for your partner. Narcissists truly don't give a shit about any of those things, right? So that's not why they have sex. They have sex for power and control, right? And power and control driven sex is the same reasons that drives rape. It's the same reasons that drive incest and other types of sexual assaults.
Now, obviously, I haven't explained every single detail of the situation, and honestly, I already feel uncomfortable revealing this much, but I do feel that it's important for me to speak up because the behaviour that Harley is accusing Isla of is exactly what I experienced.
This is also called projection, and projection is in this type of dynamic where one person is taking their thoughts and feelings and actions and then projecting them onto another person.
What he said in the videos he made about Hannah was, he made 3 points. He said the best thing in situations like this is to be transparent, and he wanted the viewers to be the judge, and he made it about rape, although Hannah said nothing about rape in her video. After Hannah's video, just like hours after, several girls contacted her. So we're gonna go through, or I rather, gonna go through Hannah's story, but I'm also gonna go through the story of other victims of Harley's abuse. Because Hannah's lawyer advised us to not speak about it, and also advised us to take down the video I made about taking Harley to court. We haven't really spoken about it until now. So we're gonna be fully transparent as Harley wanted, and we're gonna let you be the judge as Harley wanted, and we're gonna make it about rape, just as Harley wanted. So the way we're gonna do it is that, like, I know Harley don't want this stuff to come out, so he will do everything in his power to get my videos removed. So what I'm gonna do is to upload it on my channel, and if he gets my channel removed or my videos taken down, I'm gonna create a new channel and re-upload the videos, and then I make a new video on this channel and guide you to the new channel. So these videos will be up no matter what. Only one side of the story has been out for a year now. I think it's about time to share the other side of the story. So I'm gonna put a link in the description to my channel, and I'm gonna upload a video today that will probably be up by the time this video is up. So go there and watch it, and feel free to download it because it's probably not gonna stay up for long. And if the video is taken down, you're free to re-upload it and monetize it and everything. I'm sure Harley gonna claim that I'm doing this for fame and money and stuff, as he always does, but no, I just want the truth to be out there, especially because he's still slandering Hannah and spreading lies about her.
You would fight me?
Why not? Do you think I'm afraid?
I think you've been afraid all your life.
I'm too much to handle. European vandal. I burn down your house like a candle. Watch me.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? Is this not why you are here?
The cause, watch your empire fall. I won't move aside, my mind states like fuck it all.
Get a fucking life, because you're hurting people that don't deserve it. innocent bystanders, innocent people are being affected. Not just in my situation. This is going on way too much in the vegan community or the vegan YouTube world.
You were so brave.
Brave? A dog doesn't need courage to chase off rats.